Okay, welcome everyone. It's Wednesday. As you can see from my background, I am sitting in my car. I'm sort of in between meetings, and I'm in foggy San Francisco right now. And yeah, just hopefully a good reminder that no matter where we find ourselves or no matter what's going on, chances are we have at least 15 minutes to hit the pause button and do what we're doing here. So I'm hoping. That I'm role modeling that here in this case. And let's see. Today, I thought we'd do some breathing. And this is someone who's been very influential in my life. When his Power of Now book came out, I was very much spoke to me. Eckhart Tolle, and he says, being aware of your breath forces you into the present moment. This is the key to all inner transformation. Whenever you are conscious of breath, you are absolutely present. You may also notice that you cannot be lost in thought and be aware of your breathing at the same time. So I think he's speaking to this thing that we explored yesterday to some extent, which has to do with attention. When we are paying attention or focusing that focused beam of attention on something like breath, there really is nothing. There's no room for anything else. If there is room for anything else, then what's actually happening is we are either getting distracted or we're getting lost in thought, but we're definitely no longer focused on breath specifically, right? So he's speaking to this quality of there's kind of um, focusing on a thing such as breath means that the mind can't be elsewhere. And of course, that's easier said than done because for the first two or three breaths, that all sounds fine and good, and then of course the busy mind kicks in and distracts us, and that's just the way things go. But the more we practice this, the easier it gets. So we've done this before in this group. So there are two types of breathing that we're going to do today. The first one is called the physiological sigh. It means you take a long inhale through the nose and then you sip. So sip, right? And then you do a long exhale. So the sip is really important. There's physiological reasons for that I won't get into now, but it has been shown to be a really effective mechanism to activate our parasympathetic nervous system. And then the other type of breathing is what we call box breathing. That means that we inhale to, let's say, a count of four. We hold the inhale for a count of four. We exhale to a count of four, and we hold the exhale. Now, the key here is being able to slow down the inhales and the exhales. Oftentimes, when we inhale, we have this tendency to just do a big gulp, right? So it's like, now my lungs are full, and now I'm going to try to hold that for four and then exhale. So in this case, we really want to slow that inhale down and have it look more like this. Hold it for four, and then long, slow exhale, ideally through the mouth. And I'll walk us through these. And heads up, I'm also going to slow them down over time. So we might start at a certain clip, but the idea is to really gain some degree of control over our breath and try to intentionally really get to that place where we are slowing down our nervous system. Okay, so let's try that. So start by closing your eyes. And just begin by bringing your attention to the sensation of breath in the body. You're not trying to change anything quite yet. You're not trying to do anything. You're just noticing what's the quality, the speed, the depth, the sounds. What's it like to have a body that's breathing? Notice how by focusing on breath in this moment, really, the quality of the in breath, there's this inflection point at the top of the in breath where we pause and we switch from in breath to out breath. The end of the out breath, again, there's another inflection point where it switches. And the goal here is just to become aware and really connected to what is happening as the body breathes. And now we're going to start intentionally manipulating our breath in a certain way. Let's go ahead and start with the physiological sigh. So again, reminder, it looks or sounds something like this. So inhale through the nose, sip, long exhale. Let's go ahead and do that together. So inhale slowly, sip, long exhale. Slow inhale through the nose, sip, out, in, sip, and out. Do two more of those, even slower. Slow inhale, sip, out, in, sip, and out. And then just letting breath return to normal, or just let the body breathe on its own. Notice if there are any subtle or even really noticeable shifts in how the body feels, mind feels. Notice your mind wandering. It's okay. Gently bring it back to the experience of breath. And noticing what Eckhart Tolle described as our attention really is singularly focused on the experience of breathing. There's no room for anything else. There's no room for worry, ruminations. There's only breath. Now we'll shift to intentional breathing again. So this time we're going to do box breathing. So it looks something like this. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold. Long exhale. Hold. So I'll do the counting. So start inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. And slow exhale. 2, 3, 4. And hold the exhale. 2, 3, 4. Slowing it down a bit. In. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. And hold. 2, 3, 4. Even slower this time. In, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Slow exhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. And again, just letting the body breathe on its own. Holding those inhales and those exhales can feel oddly psychologically difficult. So even though we rationally know that body's getting plenty of oxygen and expelling just the right amount of CO2, there can be a little bit of a discomfort of, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can hold it or if I can breathe that slowly. So just know that's pretty normal. And so now we'll do just a few more rounds of sort of a hybrid. Let's go back to the physiological sigh. Let's go ahead and get started. So slow inhale, sip, long exhale through the mouth. And at the end of this exhale, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep, slow inhale. Sip, long exhale. And again, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep, slow inhale. Sip, and out. Again, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just relax. The body breathe. Just noticing, how does your head feel? How does your belly feel? Chest, hands. Those sensations changed in any way since before we started doing the breathing? And remembering this is available to us at any point of the day. I'm sitting in my car. I know Chris is sitting in his car. Many of you are sitting at home. You can even stand on the street corner and just do 2 or 3 rounds of box breathing. It's really an amazing way to stimulate that parasympathetic reset. And it's a great way to signal to the body that everything's okay. Breathe slowly, and yeah, hope that's helpful, and hope that you remember that throughout the rest of your day. And I'll stick around for a few more minutes if anyone wants to chat. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for some gratitude.